Today we're going to do the simple corn fritter. And the corn fritter has really risen in status. Fancy cafes are now serving them on their breakfast menus. In my day it was just a sweet corn patty, and now it's got such status. There's a lot of variation you can do to this. I like just 1 can of cream corn, and then I like to add corn kernels. Now you can actually use fresh corn kernels straight from the cob, but for today's purpose we're just going to use a can of kernels, to which we're going to add 1 chopped onion. This is one of those recipes where you just chuck it all in. I have carrots. Now you can, this is the variation, you can add, you can have grated carrots, or you can have grated zucchini. You don't even have to put the onion in. If you want to add some cheese, you can. And then we've got some beautiful fresh herbs, again from Larissa's garden. Alright, then to that I'm just going to add 2 eggs. And you don't even have to beat the eggs. Just chuck it straight in like that. I just love all the colors. Just look at all those colors, aren't they beautiful? So let's just mix all that through. This is almost my go-to potluck contribution. And I sometimes just double the quantity, and quick and easy, especially if I haven't thought about it. And it's Friday afternoon and I quickly have to do something for Sabbath. Sweet corn patties. I call them sweet corn patties, but they are now called corn fritters on the breakfast menu. I've added 1 cup of self-raising flour, and I'm just going to add a dash or so of Himalayan salt, and just stir it through. Now, depending on the size of your eggs or how much your cream corn is, it will determine whether you need more flour. So in the recipe we will have 1 cup of flour, but keep some flour handy to see its consistency. I think I needed a little bit more, and so I'm just going to add a few little extra. Maybe, I don't even know, that's not a 1/4 cup, but it depends on the consistency. And there you have it. That's what it needs to look like. All done. And as I say, you can add some cheese if you prefer. And we're just going to fry spoons full of that on both sides in the pan till it's brown. And then you can either put it in a stack with some salsa. We'll show you today. It's great for picnics, and as I say, you can now serve it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And also it freezes well. So we'll go over to the stove and we'll just fry up a few, and we'll show you the end result. So we're going to fry this in a pan. It's not dry frying. I find if I just have a little bit, it's not deep frying, but if I find when it's very shallow, it doesn't rise up very nicely. And you can always transfer them onto this paper towel. Paper towels works wonders, and just to soak up extra oil if you're concerned about that. Alright, so let's do this beautiful fruit. I even love the colors when it's raw, and I love to chew on the corn kernels. And you can make them any size you like. You can make tiny bite sizes if you're having a cocktail party perhaps. You can make them medium size if you're doing just as a side on a dish. Or you can make them really nice and big if you want to do stacks for breakfast. As I said, you need to just see the consistency to see if you need more oil. And just spoonsful into the pan. Doesn't stick. It's supposed to be a non-stick pan. What I love about this is when I bite into the patty, to bite into the kernels. I love that. I would just want them golden brown. That one's popping up really lovely, nicely. I've ordered this at cafes for breakfast, and they serve it with a poached egg. And today we're going to serve it with a lovely salsa, avocado salsa. And you can just let your imagination run wild. Doesn't take very long. You just want to make sure that the inside is cooked. You know, we do have some eggs and flour in there. One thing I will add in the recipe, which is optional. I use self-raising flour, but I find that just a teaspoon of baking powder in there makes it a little lighter, but you don't have to. You just want to keep it. So there you have it. So just make sure it's cooked. You don't want to go too slow or too fast. You don't want it done on the outside and not on the inside, but you also don't want take too long. These are looking really fine. Alright, I'll just transfer that onto our draining paper. And now we're ready to plate.
12 seconds later.
We can put 2 on the plate. Well, we've done 3, so we may as well just mix 3. And here we have some lovely corn salsa on top. You can add coriander, a few leaves of coriander. And how about we add a slice of lemon